Who knew that Palpatine was actually Sidious? Who knew that Darth Sidious was actually Chancellor Emperor Palpatine? And I made a video just like this in the past, but I'm just making another one, so here it is. First of all, this video is part fact and part speculation. So for the fact part, we know for sure that these people definitely knew. Darth Maul, Count Dooku Darth Tyrannus, Anakin Skywalker Darth Vader, Agent Kolar, Saizzy Tin, Kit Fisto, Mace Windu, Mas Ameda, Sly Moore, Yoda, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Padme Amidala, the Imperial Royal Red Guards. Also, Vinay, as well as Darth Sidious's servant people with the weird hats, as well as Jocasta Nu, Theron Barr, Kira, Han Solo's girlfriend from Solo: A Star Wars Story, Ahsoka Tano, Ezra Bridger, Luke Skywalker, Leia Organa, Princess Leia, Ben Solo Kylo Ren, Rey. So we know for a fact that all of these people that I just mentioned knew the identity of Darth Sidious. They knew that they knew Palpatine's identity. They knew that Palpatine and Sidious were the same person. And some of these people just knew all along, and most of them eventually figured out somehow. And so now let's get into speculation. I'm venturing to assume that Bail Organa probably knew the identity of Chancellor Palpatine. I'm sure that Bail Organa probably knew that Emperor Palpatine and Darth Sidious were the same person, because I would assume that Yoda and Obi-Wan Kenobi probably told him. They probably told Bail, hey, just so you know, Emperor Palpatine is like this super crazy evil Force wizard, so you might want to watch out a little bit. I'm sure they would have told him, so I'm going to assume that he knows. And Bail Organa might have told his wife Breya, and he might have told Mon Mothma, so maybe they know as well. Now, I would assume that Mother Talzin probably knows that Darth Sidious and Palpatine are the same person. She seems to know Darth Sidious very well. And Mother Talzin could have told the Daka, the elder of the Night Sister clan. She might have told her. And maybe some other Night Sisters. And possibly Brother Viscus and some of the Night Brothers, although that's jumping into too much speculation a little bit. I would say Gar Saxon and Rook Kast and Prime Minister Almec probably know. I would assume that Darth Maul probably told Prime Minister Almec and possibly Rook Kast and Gar Saxon as well. Because when Ahsoka Tano asks Prime Minister Almec if Maul mentioned Sidious, Almec says, not that I can recall, but he doesn't seem to be too surprised to hear the name Sidious, so maybe he knows it somehow. And Rook Kast and Gar Saxon literally fought against Darth Sidious in the Son of Dathomir comics, and so they would recognize him, and Gar Saxon was working for Darth Sidious later, and so Gar Saxon would probably know that Emperor Palpatine, the guy that he's working for at the moment, is actually Darth Sidious. And also, Gar Saxon was betrayed by Darth Maul on Mandalore in the Siege of Mandalore, so Gar Saxon working for Darth Sidious, Darth Maul's arch enemy, makes a lot of sense. And I would assume that Ezra Bridger and Ahsoka Tano probably told Sabine Wren and Zeb and Hera Syndulla, so they probably know. Maybe Chopper knows. I would say R2-D2 probably knows. I'm going to guess that he does. And I would also speculate that a lot of the Jedi who survived Order 66, they might know as well. So whether that be Coleman Kaj, maybe he knows, maybe he doesn't, I don't know. Alpo Rancis is possibly, he's really old, so he's probably smart enough to figure it out eventually. And did Eth Koth know? Because Eth Koth, we know, was kicked off the Jedi Council before the end of the Clone Wars, and Eth Koth was living as a priest when he was found by Darth Vader after Order 66, and Darth Vader killed him. But Eth Koth doesn't seem too surprised to see Darth Vader, and so Eth Koth does know that Darth Vader is a Sith Lord. Does Eth Koth know that Darth Vader is Anakin and Darth Sidious is Palpatine? I don't know that Heathcliff knows that much, but he seems to have a pretty good idea. And Kirik, yes, so those are the people that I would speculate, that I would assume might know the identity of Darth Sidious. They would probably know that Darth Sidious and Palpatine are the same person. But the facts that I just mentioned, those are the people who definitely know. The rest is speculation. And I'm sure there's many people I've left off the list, so maybe I should do another video on this in the future.